I got something for you. Yes. It's TMNT time! Instead of yelling, I tried to sing a little bit, but I'm not very good at it. But hello and welcome to another TMNT review. I'm gonna have a look at the Mondo 1.6 scale collection type figure Leonardo. This one has been out for a while, but I actually wasn't gonna get it because I thought he was a little big for my collection. I'm running out of room, guys. Basically is what I'm trying to say. And with the NECA turtles, the 40 centimeters NECA turtles, I was like, there was no way I can find a spot for this guy. And even though he looks cool, and he's just too big and too expensive. But you know how these things work. It's a TMNT figure, so it's and my local comic book store, shout out to the Fancy Box, they got them, and with that, evading all the costs for shipping and customs and whatnot, I was like, you know what, I gotta get him. Because also, he's actually smaller than I expected it, and I'm okay with this size. But yeah, that was the box. I really liked the artwork, actually. On the side over here, you got a nice window with the figure in it, of course, and actually the new logo with the old school touch. Well, let me have a look at this this artwork again. I really like this artwork, so just gonna give you another overlook of that. Very nicely done. Package art by Jason Edmondson. I just want to give credit where credit is due because I like this art. So there you go. Thank you, Mr. Edmondson. And there he is, Leonardo, the leader of the squad, and all of his glorious glory. If it sounds like I'm gushing, yeah, I'm gotta dial it back, but I'm really liking the look of this. I mean, I don't feel like we have enough comic book style turtles. There's a lot of different ones, and I feel like this is a little bit more of a hybrid between a giant version of a kid's toy, but also the cartoon, also the comic book style. But it also has some, how do I say that? It has like a real action figure feel to it. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but let's just move on. So size of the big guy, and he actually is a big guy. He stands at, let me see, 25 centimeters to the top of his head. And that was one of the things I mentioned at the beginning. I kind of strayed away from getting these Mondo turtles because I thought they were too big, I thought they would take up too much, but at the end of the day, the overall scale is good. I like it. Of course, I would prefer it if it would have just been like a regular 14, 15 centimeters figure, but what are you gonna do? Playmates has the monopoly on that. They have the rights, and nobody else is allowed to do them, as far as I know. Overall look of this guy, as I've already mentioned a few times, this is comic book design with, to me, a flair of really old school action figures. Regardless of how you look at it, it looks amazing. First of all, the molding overall in the teeth, I mean, these are all molded, and the eyes go a little bit back. I mean, they get back quite a bit. And you have the very nice and clean black line going around it. Same for the teeth. I mean, for the teeth, it's not 100%. There's some small slips in there, but that's really forgivable. And we have some shading going around the bandana, really giving him a darker, gritty look. And we have a completely black shell with some scratches here and there. No big battle damage. Nicely painted. Same with the front part of the shell. There's small little stripes here and there going on. It's very good. And there's actually a lot of shading also going on all throughout the body. It gives it a little bit of a dirty look, which is fantastic for a turtle. Every turtle should have a little bit of a dirty look because they live in the sewers. Duh. They shouldn't be super clean. And same going down. And he actually has a tail also, which I didn't even... Is that articulated? Well, we'll get to that. But, yeah. Yeah. Very good, very good. So overall, great look for the guy. But, what about the articulation? Let's find out. Now, we have a little bit of a tiny problem with the head. So, the thing is this. The head is just on a ball joint, basically. So, it just goes over from the neck, shaped into something. It's shaped into a ball, not something like a ball, it is a ball. So, the articulation itself is good. You're getting some good motion out of it. It's not, you know, it's not the greatest, but, I mean, side to side a little bit. The main problem with it, though, is that it disconnects very easily. It disconnects actually way too easy. It's just like, I pull on it and it's gone. You move it around, you move it to the back and it's gone. Yeah, the hole in the head should just be bigger. So you could push it down further and it wouldn't disconnect so easily. Regardless, we have a swivel in the bandana, which is also nicely, also some dirt in there. There's no articulation in the neck itself. So at the shoulder, we have this big hinge over here, so you can bring it up, and it doesn't go up that hard, but you know, you can just bring it around, turn it around, and then it goes up all the way. You have bicep swivel over here, up there actually, which looks good. It rotates around, and it always is connected to the shoulder, to the big muscly shoulder over there. So that's fine. We have another swivel going on over here. I mean, you can swivel it around. It's probably just packed in here with a hinge. Now the articulation in the elbow is not the greatest, and design, a little bit of a design flaw because of the, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. We'll get to that when we get to the legs. That looks a lot worse. But the elbow pad, it's just like, it's weirdly placed, is what I'm saying. Now, the fist, I mean the hand overall is stuck right here. Okay, there we go. Goes around, goes forward and back, has a hinge over there, and that's fine and dandy. Now at the torso, I don't really see anything going on over here. I don't see anything rotating around or whatnot, so I do not believe there is something, unless, I mean, apparently there's, a lot of people were talking about quality control of this guy. I don't know, maybe because I got mine so late, that's not an issue, or I'm just missing out on something. So, if there's something I've missed completely, let me know. But regardless, for now, we're gonna go over to the tail, which actually just rotates around, it's just packed in there. So leg down here has the big ball joint with the hinge in it, so you can bring him out to the side, and then you rotate it around and bring it forward and back, and then we get to the knees. Now they have a hinge up here and up there. Articulation-wise, that is amazing. Look-wise, that is horrible. This is not how a leg is supposed to bend, alright? So, I mean, I guess they tried to cover it up with the knee pad, but it's obviously not, it's not working like that. That's not how a leg works. But the articulation is amazing, actually. So you can also rotate around at the foot, and I think, yeah, it's probably just the hinge over here that goes into peg. The problem, I say problem, it's not huge deal. It's just weird. You see, it rotates around at an angle always. It doesn't go straight. So probably what I'm thinking is the peg just goes in there in a diagonal way. So as a result of it, it rotates out at very weird places, but it gets the job done. It gets the stability done. I mean, he has big feet, so stability is not really a problem. Now, of course, as usual, we have a bunch of accessories, and this is not, I have the regular version, I do not have the exclusive version that has, I think, a shredder arm. I think that's the only thing that it has. You have a different head with the exact same expression, which, you know, it's kinda, I mean, it's alright, but if you're gonna do a different head, why not make a different expression? Anyhow, it has the red bandana because they all had the red bandana in the comic when it started. They only got the colored one later. Those were in the cartoon show, obviously, but I think they also introduced those in the comic, as far as I can remember. There was actually some reason behind it. Of course, we have the katana blades. You have a rat, Splinter, before he mutates. I really like this one. Those are accessories that are very much appreciated, and that's something nobody has really done yet. We've gotten turtles, but I don't remember ever getting Splinter. Speaking of turtles, Here's a turtle. Here's a baby turtle. There's no articulation, by the way, on Splinter, and no articulation on the baby turtle, as far as I can tell. Also, some small slips here and there in the paint, which you can see. Which I don't know. It looks like, no, they didn't actually assemble that. This is one piece, so they had to really make that work in one go. So there you go. That's a turtle. We have a hook. There's not a hook shot, but it's a hook with a rope. And let me see if I can get that. I'm probably not going to use it, so I don't want to really unrope it right now. But it has the rope, and by the looks of it, it's pretty long. 2 more hands of this kind with the spikes in it. And you have 1 pointy finger hands. And you have... Actually, that was not... I thought it was it, but of course not. You have a laser gun, which I really like. See, the thing with this is... This looks like somebody made that with their hands. And why I'm saying that is because, you know, it's not 100% rounded over here. It looks kind of janky overall. It's not super rectangular. It looks a little bit more... I don't know what to say. I want to say budget, but I don't mean it in a bad way. It has a very nice charm to it. Also, the paint job over here is not super clean. But I don't know. This thing just speaks to me. That's all I can tell you. It looks kind of janky. It looks like it should, like out of the comic. I mean, the comic, the lines and everything, it was very different style. All right, and I think that weapon matches it. So we have more, actually, 2 ninja stars of this variety and 2 ninja stars of this variety. Was that it? Yeah, that's it. And to give you an overall idea of the scale, I just have this one little image of the 3 guys together. As you can tell, it is a big difference, and of course, it's not really super comparison because one's movie turtles and the other one's a more comic book style. And that's gonna bring me to the final thoughts. What do I think about this figure? I love the design, and I really love the molds. They did a great job with the look. The articulation is good. It could be a tiny bit better, but as it stands, I'm okay with it. Now, finally, the thing, however, which got me thinking, and got a lot of other people thinking, is the price point. Is it worth it or not? That's something you have to make up yourself, because he clocks in at around 150 bucks. Add or remove. Well, more like add, but anyway. I do think it's worth it, but like I said, you have to make that up for yourself. I mean, I showed you the NECA Turtles. It is not the same thing. The NECA Turtles, they are cheaper, but it's a different beast entirely. So I don't want to go too deep into that. I'm just gonna let it stand as it is. I like it. So there you go. As usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like and maybe subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Leonardo wants.